Could a statue honoring the only native-born Mainer to ever sit on the U.S. Supreme Court soon be coming down?
Recently, we had seen statues of Southern Civil War generals and politicians toppled over by protesters or removed by officials as America comes to grips with its racist past. The statue we're talking about right now is in Augusta, but it wasn't installed a century ago.
No, it's only been outside the Kennebec County Courthouse for 7 years. And county officials are in preliminary stages of discussing what its future should be. News Center Maine's Hannah Deneen is at the courthouse now with the details. Hannah?
Hi, Cindy and Leah. Well, the statue that we're talking about is this one behind me of Melville Weston Fuller, a former Supreme Court Chief Justice of the United States. Now, Fuller was born here in Augusta in 1833. He served in the U.S. Supreme Court for more than 2 decades. Now, this discussion, it stems from his complicated legacy, specifically his decision in a case which deemed segregation constitutional. This bronze statue of Fuller was erected in front of Kennebec County Courthouse in 2013. But Maine Supreme Court Justice Joseph Jabber tells News Center Maine there is a preliminary discussion happening among county officials about whether to keep the statue where it is.
You can quote me on the fact that I personally think it should come down.
Jabber says he does not believe we as a state should be honoring Fuller, a man whose beliefs are not in line with what is happening around the country right now.
It represents an administration that the Chief Justice was Fuller and rendered a decision, Plessy versus Ferguson.
The 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson was a landmark decision by the U.S. Supreme Court. A majority of justices, Chief Justice Fuller among them, ruled that racial segregation under the separate but equal doctrine was constitutional.
The justice who decided the case was Henry Billings Brown, but my ancestor joined in the majority opinion, which established this odious doctrine of separate versus equal.
Speaking to C-SPAN in 2012, Justice Melville Fuller's descendant, Robert Fuller, describes the decision as one of the Supreme Court's great self-inflicted wounds. He says his research shows Fuller's decision was made upon limiting federal government intrusion.
The justice said that the states had a right to determine what they wanted to do.
The statue was an estimated $40,000 gift from retired attorney and Fuller descendant Robert Fuller. It's expected the family will be part of the discussion over whether to remove it or keep it where it is. Now, I was able to speak with one of Kennebec County's 3 commissioners today. That was Commissioner Patsy Crockett. And Crockett tells me, she emphasizes rather, that this discussion is in its preliminary stages. She says right now she has seen no kind of formal or written notification about this discussion. However, she says she looks forward to learning more about the justice's history and having that conversation. Live in Augusta, Hannah Deneen. Cindy and Lee, back to you.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much.